honor of prom season, I decided to go ahead and talk about my prom and do a little story time for y'all. So that's what we finna do. That's what we about to get into. Let's go. Okay, y'all. So I'm sorry if I sound a little congested or, you know, a little nasally. I am going through something with my allergies. I think I might have a sinus infection, but we're gonna keep this video going, okay? Okay. But I'm not gonna talk your ears off. We're gonna talk about how my prom date had another date. What? Yes. Okay. This is gonna be that story time. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm trying to make sure this light is like not in my face because I want y'all to see me. It's irking me, like. All right, y'all. I had to fix that lighting. I don't like the lighting right in my face, so I hope this is still enough lighting in this room. You know, I might brighten it up when I edit it, whatever. I don't know. Let's get into the story time because I don't got no day. But anyway, so my prom date had another date. So let's rewind. Let's go backwards because y'all, I actually was not going to go to prom. Let's start off there. I didn't want to go to prom. If you don't know, haven't been here, I talked about it before. I was a loner. I didn't like to talk to nobody. I didn't have no friends. I had maybe one person I talked to, and then it was my boyfriend. So that was two people that I talked to in high school. I didn't talk to nobody else. I was very much like to myself. I didn't really want to be around nobody. Okay? Yeah, so let's say that. I didn't talk to nobody, so I didn't have no friends for real. Okay, and so I decided last minute to go to prom because I was just like, my mom kept kind of convincing me like it was a one-time lifetime experience. You know, you only get it one chance. This would have been my last chance. I was a senior at this point. So you know, you don't want to regret it later on and wishing you would have went. Okay, yada yada yada. So I ended up going. Okay, I decided the week before prom that I was gonna go. Week before, remember that. Okay, y'all. So I decided I'm going. So I tell my boyfriend because I'm making him think like he was already going. I knew he was going. Okay, he was more of like he talked to everybody. He was like a friendly person. Like, okay, so I already knew he was going. Okay, but I think he's going by himself. So when I tell him that I'm now going, I'm expecting him to be like, oh, we can go together. Yeah, okay. So he's like, when I told him, I should already know because it was given like, he didn't want to tell me what the issue was, but it was like, he was trying to convince me not to go. Okay, so he was like, are you sure you want to go? Are you sure you want to do that? It's not really your theme. Why do you want to go? You don't really talk to nobody. You don't really know nobody. Like, yeah, like, you know, trying to convince me not to go basically is what I'm saying. Okay, so I'm like, I'm getting upset because like, yes, not my thing, but I'm gonna know you. Like, this is enough for me. Like, what's the issue? You know, you should be happy. Like, as my boyfriend, you should be happy that I'm now going. Okay? And so he was basically like, come to find out, he was going with somebody else. That's why when I told him, he was looking like, you know, razzle dazzled. He was a little shook it out because like, how he gonna take both of us? He can't not take me because I'm his girlfriend, but he already committed to taking the other girl. Okay? Mind you, this other girl came to find out actually liked him. Okay? The story he told me of how they started, of how they ended up going together was she didn't have a date and all her friends were going with somebody or whatever. And so basically her friends kind of like, because they all had the same friend group, her friends kind of like knew she liked him and kind of, I guess, I don't know what he was trying to say, pressured him into taking her or like kind of like forced the thought to take her or whatever the fact may be. I don't know. But that's just what he told me. I'm getting this from just him. So, you know how that information be when you getting it from just a dude. It could be very different on the other side. So basically he was like, he was pressured by her friends to like go with her. He was like, he didn't even do no like prom ask or nothing like that. It was just like, hey, she go with you. Like, she's going with you type is what he said, you know? So I'm like, cool. Because I mean, at the end of the day, I already know this girl likes him slick. I feel like she did, okay? And which I always found weird because her best friend, he dated in middle school, but whatever. However we do it, I guess that's how high school and middle school work, but cool. So she ends up going with him because he was quote unquote forced. Okay. So when I tell him, he's like, oh, like he's stressed out because he's trying to figure out how he's gonna work it because he can't say that he can't take me, he can't not take. He was like, yeah, he can't not take her because like we didn't already come find out they matching and everything, y'all. I mean, granted, he only had to tie her color of, you know, her dress. It's not like he went all out. It was literally just a basic suit with I think it was champagne colored tie. Yeah, and she had a champagne colored dress. Okay. So he was like, that's gonna be a problem because he's like, I know if we go, since we're going together now, we're gonna have to match. So that means all three of us are gonna have to match. So now I have to wear the color of the tie that he has with champagne with the same color of her dress so that we both match him because he matched her already before I was in the picture. So if I want a cohesive picture, and I really didn't like, it was just a mess, y'all. So I really didn't want to have my parents involved or none of that. Like, it was just like, it just gave very high school drama. And like, I didn't feel like it was, you know, I'm not about to worry with my parents about no high school drama stuff, but like, obviously everybody else's parents got involved. Okay, so when her parents found out that he was taking me too, her parents called his dad or whatever it happened, called him, I don't know which one at this point, it's been a minute ago. They were basically like, he not about to show up with two girls. That's not the look we want to say. Like, that's not exactly what we want to say. Like, he not about to walk in with two girls. Like, he, you know, macho man, like, he not gonna do that. I mean, I didn't plan on walking in with him and the other girl anyway. Like, that's just like putting the awkward situation on display. And first of all, I didn't even want to draw attention to myself. I was just going so I would have the experience. And y'all, I really wish I didn't even go. Like, it's such a waste because I was irritated the whole night because, like I said, I didn't know nobody. And he was trying to be with his friends. And I was really already pissed off at him with the whole situation. Because I'm going to tell y'all, it got even more, like, messy. And I was so irked. Like, it was like, it got to the point where I understood, like, how she felt. Like, I put myself in her situation, like, how I would feel. But at the end of the day, you already knew he had a girlfriend. Like, but then again, you know what I'm thinking about it? He probably could have been telling her something completely different. And everybody, you know, he could have been telling them, like, we was broken up, whatever. I wouldn't know because, like I said, I didn't talk to nobody. So, I'm giving her a bit about this of the doubt and say that she didn't know when he asked her or however they started planning the prom that I was his girlfriend. But yeah, so her parents got involved, y'all. And it was like, we not finna have that. Like, and then also she got involved as far as like telling him, like, after she got picked up, they were supposed to go and take pictures at Opryland. Down here, it's like a resort little area, but it's really pretty. So they was gonna take pictures at Opryland, and then they was going to eat. They were gonna eat, then they was gonna take pictures at Opryland, and then after prom, they had plans, like, you know, they had a whole itinerary, y'all. And so basically, the day of, he tells me like, hey, I'm coming to you first. We're gonna take pictures at your house and all that, and then I'm gonna have to drop you off at my best friend's house. And I'm like, why? He says he got to drop me off at best friend's house because the other girl basically said, like, don't pull up with me in the car. Like, I didn't plan on getting out of the car. Like, what is this? Like, we not even friends. But, like, she was like, I don't even want her. Okay, so like I was saying, before I was really interrupting. So, basically, she said that I could not be in the car with him. Like, don't have me in the car when he pulls my house. Like, don't have me, like, basically kind of, like, nowhere near her. She didn't want me to go to where they were taking pictures. She didn't want me to go to the dinner with all their friends. She didn't want me to go. Basically, she didn't want me to be there. I mean, I understood, because, like, as a teenager who, like, they put their all in thought into this prom, and it's their last prom, and, you know, she had a thought of how she wanted prom to go, and him bringing me at the last minute. What? Yeah, she's basically like, she didn't want me. They keep interrupting my video, bro. I hope this video is still good. But yeah, so basically, she was like, I'm getting all this from him, so I don't know if she was like that, but she was kind of like, I know for sure she probably said, like, she didn't want me, like, pulling up to her house with me in a car, like, you know, it makes sense, but, like, I don't know if she was the one who said, like, they didn't want me, like, eating, going to dinner, or whatever they was doing afterwards, and, like, the pictures. Now, he ended up still bringing me for pictures, but I guess he respected, because it's a public place. Like, she can't really stop me from, you know, going where they take pictures. But, what? Y'all do not understand how hard I'm trying to keep it together, because they keep calling my name. Let's get back to this story once again. So, like I said, the girl was, I'm trying to make sure, see, I didn't have my setup perfect, and now you're messing up my setup again. Yeah, the girl's like, she didn't want me, I don't even know if I'm right here, but we're gonna start right here. The girl didn't want me to come to the next stuff, okay? So he said that he had to drop me off at his best friend's house. Best friend was also best friends with, well, she wasn't best friend, but she was friends with that girl group, the girl he was going with, and her friends. Like, they was all in cahoots. They was all friends, okay? So she was just like, I guess she out of the situation. She cool with them, like friends with them, but she wasn't like, you know, besties or whatever. Like, she was more of a friend to him. And so she was cool with me going over her house, I guess, while he went to the other girl house so that they could take their pictures for prom. Because, like I said, her family was like, no, she can't pull up. Like, we not doing that. So, I got dropped off at his best friend's house, which is just, y'all, the whole thing was just crazy. Like, I wish I just, even once all that started happening, I wish I just would have said, like, I'm not going. But at the time, like, I'm just so, like, I don't know. I was trying to be unbothered by it, but, like, at the same time. Okay, so here's my thought process, okay? If I would have said I wasn't going anymore, my mom would have knew something was wrong, okay? So she would have wanted to know what happened. And I didn't want to say I wasn't going, because then I would have to get into why I don't want to go no more, okay? And I was already saying I was cool with going, even though I didn't talk to nobody because my boyfriend was going. So it was just like, let me clarify. Boyfriend at the time was going, okay? This is my ex-boyfriend. But boyfriend at the time, he was going. So I'm like, I'm cool with that, you know? As long as he's here, I'm cool. We can have a nice night. No. It was just a mess from beginning to end, like, such mess, bro. Yeah. So dropped off at friend's house, best friend's house. I'm over there. It's cool. She's chill. We just sitting there. Honestly, this is just a sad situation. Like, I went outside, but it's okay. It was young me, so we cool. We better now. We would never do that again. And I hope any girls watching that's like prom time, about to have prom, y'all don't put up with that. Y'all can go by yourselves. If y'all go by yourselves. If y'all. Okay. But at the end of the day, I will say I do not fault this man at all. He was a teenage boy. That's what teenage boys do. They're dumb. They're young. Whatever. That's what they do. But at the end of the day, as the girl, like, put your foot down. Put your foot down. Yeah. We're not doing all that. Just go with yourself. Or you don't have to go at all if you don't want to. So back to the story. While I'm at the friend's house, like I said, he went over to her house to take pictures with the family and all that. Blah, blah, blah. After that, me and the friend meet him and the girl and all her friends or whatever. They whole clique group, whatever. At Opryland. I think that's where I met them. With his best friend. Yeah. Okay, so we get dropped off at Opryland, and you could just tell, like, basically I was in about, like, did nobody want me there? You know, and he kept having to, like, separate me off to the sides, I guess. Like, the best friend, I'm not saying she did. She, you know, she was out of, like, the whole little girl drama or whatever. because like I said, I was with her before and I came with her. Okay, so it was like we were all to the side, and every time they wanted to take pictures with him, they would like one person would come get him away from me, like to go take the pictures. It was just so high school, y'all, so petty, so childish, and it was all, he was the main culprit. Like, it was because of him. Okay, and I do feel like she could have handled the situation better, but it wasn't her job to. She is having her prom, like I said. I can understand, like, she has this idea of what her prom about to be like. She didn't plan for it for probably months, a whole year maybe, you know, and she had this idea, and now he didn't come in and kind of ruin her idea, you know. At the end of the day, though, if I was her, honestly, I got my friends with me and all that, I would have just went by myself. So that's why I feel like at the end of the day, she still somewhat liked him, because if you didn't, you would have just been like, okay, go with her then, type, you know. Like, it was given that she liked him, because it was just like they were trying to put so much emphasis in like not having me around, didn't want me around. Like, it was just like, it was weird, bro. I was imposing on that little clique. Okay, so, and it was only that group, like, of girls. Everybody else that I'm like talked to that night or like interacted with that night, cool. Okay, so yeah, media after it's just awkward. Like, the whole time they taking pictures, it's awkward. He's getting blowback from her basically a lot. Like, their whole friend group is like giving him, like, you know, the ear, like they going in on him because of this whole situation. And so I could tell he was irritated. Like, every time he kept coming back, he looked irritated, you know. So like I was saying, he was getting irritated because all the friends was like getting on him about the whole situation, like what was happening, which understandable. But he was getting irritated. It's like, you're getting irritated, but you're the one who got all of us in this situation. Like, it's because of you, you know. At the end of the day, they didn't hold no gun up to you to say, yeah, I'll take her. Like, you had to confirm at some time that you're actually taking her, because you bought the tie and all that. So like, you have started to make plans that you were going to take her already. Okay, so it might have started off as, you know, friends trying to push a situation, an issue or something like that to get y'all together because they know that she like you. But at the end of the day, you confirmed and went with it. So even if you claim you didn't want to, you still went with it. So either way, yeah. So as he's getting irritated, I think I'm just sitting there looking all awkwardly and stuff. You know, I'm already shy. I don't want to talk to nobody. And so I was just sitting there awkward, y'all. Like, it was just so awkward for me. And it was like, they weren't making it no better because of like the situation and stuff like that. Like, I don't know, y'all. I would say, like, at this age right now, as an older person, like, honestly, we both should have been mad at him. They both, like, I feel like we could have been like, girl, like, you know, we could have ended up being cool outside of that. Like, I don't know. But at the end of the day, we were teenage girls, and we both liked him. So I guess it would never be that with teenage girls. But, so after that, y'all, I'm trying to think, do we go out to eat before? I think they go out to eat before. Yeah, I think they go out to eat before, because afterwards, the only thing everybody did was change. I think they went to a bowling alley. Well, we went to bowling. I did go to the bowling alley with all of them. But even then, the girls came in really late. Like, I was really just there with him and his guy friends at first, and the girls came in really late afterwards. Whatever. It was just weird when they came. But, yeah, so his dad finally gets wind of it after that dinner. Yeah, I think after Opryland, there's a dinner. Okay, before they was going to prom, and I couldn't go to that. Because he was going to have me come to that, because it's like all their friends, not just him and her. But, like, you know, they didn't want me to come, or she didn't want me to come, whatever fact. That's what he told me. And so we ended up eating, I think, I really can't remember if this was after or before prom. I feel like it would have to be before prom. But I think we ended up eating dinner. Whether it was after or before prom, dinner was an issue. Because he had planned on eating with all his friends, which is her group of friends all together. But since I couldn't come, he ate with me. I think we went to Applebee's or something quick. Because we was like, we hadn't planned on going nowhere. He thought he was going to have me be a tag along, basically, with what they plans already was. You know, because it was his friend group as well. But I guess it would have been drama, I guess. So he was like, since they was making an issue, we can just go out by ourselves. And so I think we went to Applebee's. And then his dad was the one who drove us to prom. And basically his dad got wind of like everything that was going on, like the situation. Because I think at this point, her parents had talked to his parents, okay? And they expressed their issues with, you know, what was going on. They didn't like it. And he committed to this. And like basically, you know, being a man of his word, which is understandable. So his dad was like basically getting on him about this situation, why it happened, all this other stuff. Like, you know, basically just getting into him, like, well, like, why would you do this? Why is this even a situation? Especially since I was his girlfriend. So it was just like, why, you know? Yeah, he talked to him about that before. After, we was literally, like, outside the prom place. He was just talking to him about how disappointed he was with that. Y'all, I was, like, dang near in tears. Like, my thing is, like, personally, I was more upset that everybody else was making it a big deal. You know? To me, it was just like, okay, he committed to going with you. It's not like y'all are dating. It's not like he liked you. Like, to be honest, I really don't feel like he liked her. So I do believe that part, but, like, my God, you still committed to it either way. But I did believe he didn't like her. If anything, I did know a girl or something in the group that he did like, but her, no. I fairly certain that he did not like her. Anyway, that was really why I was upset, y'all. All this going on, but it was just all the, oh, she can't go here with us, she can't do this with us, she don't bring her here, bring her that. Like, all of that was just like, no wonder I don't hang out with girls. Like, it wasn't even necessary. It's not even my fault that this whole situation is happening. I feel like that's how everybody was treating it. Like, I guess you're, you know, at the time she's a teenage girl and she's like selfishly thinking about her, but at the same time, don't you think my night is ruined? If anybody should be hurt, it's my actual boyfriend that had this whole situation happen, and you just the girl that liked him type, you know? So it's not like I feel like she didn't have a right to have her feelings, but at the same time, my girl, if anybody should be most hurt, it's me. And I'm trying to be cool with it, because like he did commit, you know, I could be forceful and like be extra and like no, he can't take her to like and cause even more drama than you already planned with your family, that he gonna be there and you gonna have pictures with him, all this other stuff that y'all planned. But I didn't feel like that was necessary, because it was neither one of our fault, so why should either one of us be getting punished, you know? And it's not like let's be a girlfriends, all of us together, like kumbaya, us three take pictures together, like it went on, no, he got two girlfriends type nothing. It was just like, I feel like as girls, be a girl's girl. My night is getting ruined, just like I feel like you know, I think her night was getting ruined. Like she was irritated, she was mad about the situation. I was also irritated and mad about the situation, you know, from the first time I heard it. So like, you're not the only one type, you know? So I just feel like they still excluded me, felt the need to exclude me and be that way, even though at the same time, y'all, I'm getting done the exact same way, bro. You know, it's just that I don't have any friends at the time to talk to or be there with me, and like, you know, and you have the whole group, y'all whole friend group, which is his friend group, all y'all together. Like, it was just like, okay, she can't hang with us type, you know? Like, even though the situation is a bad situation, it's neither one of our faults. I don't feel like either one of us should be punished. It's not like if I showed up at the restaurant, like I was even gonna probably say anything. Like, I'm literally quiet myself, I'm shy at the time, like I just would have been there, like, you know, like why is that much of a problem to have me around? Like, I barely even be talking, I barely even do anything, like I'm just chilling, and it's not even my fault. The situation is how it is, like I kept saying. So I was really getting upset and irritated, because overall I'm mad at him because of the situation, because it didn't even have to get to this, okay? I do realize it would have been bad if he canceled her a week before prom, but like at the end of the day, I'm your girlfriend, you know, type thing. But I do get he want to uphold, because it was like her parents involved and everything, like uphold his promise basically. And they were also friends at the end of the day, so he knows her parents and all that stuff. Okay, cool beans, okay? But at the end of the day, I didn't feel like all the girls had to make it seem like I was the issue when it was really, you know, him. And I get they expressed all the issues to him, but at the same time, I don't feel like it was right to like basically exclude me out of everything. Yeah, that's the only part I didn't like about how the girls basically handled the situation, because I didn't like that they was just like, oh, you can't bring her here, you can't bring her there. It was just so much extra. Like the situation is already irritating. The situation is already bad, and I was already irritated by the situation. And I'm trying to make the best out of this situation, y'all, and just have a good time. I'm gonna go with the flow. I don't care. Like, but every time it was something, like every time we were trying to go somewhere, them speaking about where I can't go, what I can't do. I can't come with them here, I can't come with them there. We can't walk in together. Like, nobody had planned to walk in with both of y'all anyway, what I look like. But at the same time, like, I didn't feel like all that was needed. But that's also teenage girls. We blow everything out of proportion. So yeah, that had me very, very freaking heated, y'all. I was so pissed off. And like at that point, I think right outside there, I just started bursting out crying in the car, because I'm just like, bro. Oh Jesus, y'all, I'm gonna have to scrap this video, because I keep having to stop and start, and it really messed me up. So I don't know if this video is gonna be posted, because all this stop and starting is messing me up for real. Keep losing train of thought, and I just feel like I lose energy every time I stop. And okay, don't know where I was at again, but I think I was telling y'all basically like why I was upset. Really, I mean, overall, we already know I'm upset for him. I'm not saying I was just upset with the girls, because I know how people get like, oh, why you upset with the girls? You're not upset with him. I was upset with him. That's the main thing. At this point, we're here. So, you know, I was still upset with him. Even after the fact, I was upset with him. But yeah, I just did feel like they had to do all that exclusion of me. But at the same time, in my high school days, at that age, if I did have friends and stuff like that, I wouldn't want the other girl there, basically. I feel like maybe. I mean, I can't really put myself in those shoes, because I didn't have friends and stuff like I just said. But I don't know. I can say now, at an older age, I would hope like other people handle the situation differently. Like, be a girl's girl, you know, if they do, you know, and just, I don't know. I feel like we could embrace each other, because we both going through the same thing, y'all. We both going through the same thing. And I feel like more so I was getting a lot of the blowback. Like, what the hell did I do? What did I do to get this animosity? Like, I'm just here, literally. I'm just here, and I'm getting all this, like, I feel like animosity and negativity, and like, you can't be here. Like, dang, like I ain't doing that to you. But yeah, so after he talks to his son, then we go into prom. I think I ended up walking separately from them, because I was just like, it's not a big deal to me. Like, she one got this big idea, grand entrance, that she been planning this. Like, it's honestly not no big deal to me. I can walk in by myself, so I really don't even want the little spotlight walk in. Let me walk in the side door, I'm cool. So he walked in with her, and I walked in by myself. I just went around the corner, like, I don't want to do no spotlight, nothing. So I came in, and I'm just like, I just felt so out of place, because I didn't talk to nobody. And like, I was just like, it was really like supposed to be happy night, but it was really like a sad night, because like the one person I thought that was going to be there wasn't there beside me. So I really spent a lot of the night alone, and so I ended up just like going to the bathroom. I think I stayed in the bathroom for a little bit until it got crowded, and then I came in. I don't know, when you think about prom, I'm like a Disney person and stuff like that. Like, I always thought about like princessy, like you feel on top of the world, you feel kind of high, you have a little dress on, long dress. Like none of my prom gave princess, fairy tale, none about it. Like nothing about it, bro. Nothing. I think my prom night I felt the most like excluded, alone, lonely, sad. Like there's nothing that could really probably have made me feel worse at the time. I was just like very sad, and I kept trying to push through it, like just finish out the night, because I just felt, and I felt stupid. Like I just felt really bad. I felt stupid, ashamed, like embarrassed. I felt sad because everybody was like isolating me, like you can't come here, you can't come this, and like I don't even, like we go to school together, but I don't even like talk to nobody. Like I don't bother nobody, I don't do nothing to nobody. So like, why is this even animosity towards me? It should be all going to him. So I was just like, I was in my feelings and I was hurt because like I don't do nothing to nobody. Why is y'all acting like I'm the problem? You know, like I'm just like ill to be around. Like I don't do nothing. Yeah, so I had so many different emotions, y'all. It was just like a really bad night, like probably the worst night. Yeah, the worst night about how I felt like as a teenager. Like it was just a really bad night for me, and I just kept trying to hold my head up high and like act like nothing was bothering me, and like these people isolating me don't bother me. Like these people, you know, like him having this whole situation doesn't bother me. Like I just kept trying to like move past it all just so I can get through the day, because I knew if I just left or like anything like that, it would have been a blown up into a bigger deal, because then my parents were looking involved and all that. Like I didn't want it to be made into a big deal. I wanted the night to be over, literally. Like I just wanted the night to be over. I started to have a little bit of fun when we went to the bowling alley. Like I said, that was like, I think it was more the guys and then the best friend. Like, you know, the people who was acting cool, like kind of out of the situation for real, but they were still the same friend group. So like the guys, you know, they don't care about none of that. And then the best friend, she wasn't into none of that either. So it was just like, it was cool. And until they came up and it got a little weird, because they was just, you know, looking like, you could tell, like, I could tell they would have been acting different if I wasn't there. So they were acting like kind of standoffish and out of the way because I was there. And they probably even came late because like what happened and stuff, whatever. But yeah, y'all, that was my prom story time. I can't get enough to tell y'all about it. But yeah, after the bowling, we really went to, he dropped me off at home. I think he went out again, y'all. I honestly think this is the one where he went out and I found out later that he kissed somebody or something. Like it was a whole different girl or something like that. But yeah, so the dude, it did end up cheating on me. So he did cheat, but it was not with the girl, from what I know. It was, I know what I found out, it was not with that girl. That was the other girl from prom. But yeah, that's kind of the end of the story, y'all. I'm not gonna get into nothing else because I kind of don't even remember too much about it because it's so freaking long. But I decided, like I told y'all, to do this because it was prom season and I'd been to like a couple prom send-offs at this point. So it was like making me think about my own prom. Like, dang, I wish it would have been different type. But you can't live with them. You can't live with regrets, y'all. I think it happened for a reason. I think from what I learned from that is a lot of that is treat people how you want to be treated. Like I did put myself in her shoes, and like if that happened to me and I had all these friends and all that stuff and I was, you know, I wasn't alone like I was, it made me feel like, I don't know, it made me feel like I'm always have sympathy for, I guess, the little person, the loner, the odd person out. And that's how I am even to this day. Like I don't like nobody to get picked on. I don't like nobody to not be no girl's girl. Like I hate somebody just bully or talk about people for no reason. Like I don't ever want to make nobody feel like as unwelcome and isolated as I was made to feel that day. Especially as a teenager, like that was just like, I was distraught, y'all. It was so sad, and I just would never want nobody to feel that way. And that goes with me even till now, like how I treat people. And I really have to be mindful of like doing things, and like, you know, some things people have a hard time separating certain people from other people. And like situations, like even when it comes to parents remarrying and stuff like that, and then stepkids and stuff, and baby mama mad at other people's kids, and like, you know, people need to learn how to separate, because they don't have nothing to do with, like, yes, that's their kids, but they don't have nothing to do with, like, channel your animosity or whatever you got. You shouldn't really have, you know, but if you do have animosity, but channel it to the actual person you mad at. Everybody be mad, trying to be mad at other people and do that and do the extra, and no. Be mad at who you actually mad at, and everybody else don't need that blowback from whoever else you mad at. Like, stick to the person you mad at. At the end of the day, y'all just be mindful of how y'all treat people. I know even if you're a teenager at this point, y'all just be mindful. Learn how to separate the two. You don't have to be a follower. You don't just isolate people for fun just because you can. Always try to be nice. Always try to include people, because you never know how good that will make them feel. You never know what that person is going through. So just always try to make people feel welcome, make people feel included. And you know, that's something I'm working on, because I just always want to make people feel included. I don't want nobody to be feeling like, I hate seeing people be left out of stuff, like, and excluded out of stuff. Like, it really bothers me, because I guess because of experiences, you know. So even if that person is shy, you know, they don't really talk or nothing, still try to include them in things and welcome it and be welcoming. Like, you don't know how that could help. You don't know how that could help a person and how much that could change their day. Just always try to be nice. Always try to be welcoming. Like, that could make a difference in somebody's complete day and somebody's complete life. Just always try to be a bright light, make a difference, be welcoming, be inviting, and just, you know, be a light in the world. Okay, find ways to channel your anger, or shoot, at least be angry at the person you should be angry at. You know, don't be, I'm angry at this person, but since you they friend, I'll be angry at you too. Like, that don't have nothing to do with them. So yeah, y'all, that's my story time. And if y'all would like me to do more story times, I got 4 other possible options. If y'all want me to do a story time, let me know which other 4 you would like to see first. So we got longest night of my life, taking the wrong edible gone wrong. So that's 1 video. 2, we got my longest situationship, 2-year situationship. Yeah, 2 years, y'all. We just go talk about that. 3, we got a story time of how I was blackmailed from a company. That'll be more into like the engineering realm of things, like my actual career. And then 4, I think it was a story time for a girl's trip gone wrong, whatever, or a girl's trip gone. Oh, why can't I talk? Or a girl's trip gone wrong, however I want to say that. But yeah, those are 4. Girl trip gone wrong, longest night of my life with a bad edible, 2-year situationship, or blackball from a company. So them the 4 choices. I'm holding 8. Them the 4 choices. And so if y'all want to see any 4 of those story times, let me know which story time in the comments below. But yeah, thank you for watching. Y'all, I'm literally in bed and I just sat up just to do this because I feel like I did leave this part out, but I just kind of remembered it, honestly. While I was at prom, I don't know, y'all. Honestly, I have really blanked out prom the whole night. Like, not the whole night, but once I walked into the prom actual place, I had blanked out that whole night. And so I was just trying to think about it, like, why can't I remember anything about this, you know, night? But I do think I think his best friend ended up coming to check on me in the bathroom. Her and one other girl that I was, like, cool with, but, you know. And they came in there and they got me out the bathroom. And I think they were trying to, like, make me dance, you know, trying to make me feel nice, you know, trying to make me feel welcome and, you know, trying to get me to have fun, enjoy the night. From what I can remember, piece together, my brain is a little foggy on this event. I think because I consider it like, I think somebody told me like we remember the negative more than we remember the positive. And so I remember a lot of like, I remember all the bad stuff that happened leading up to the night and all that, but I don't remember it being actually like everything that happened in prom. Like I can't see that many details other than I know I went to the bathroom. But like I said, I think that has something to do with me possibly trying to, I guess, block out that memory. I don't know. But now that I was trying to force myself to actually think about it, I do think I recall the best friend and one other girl that I was kind of like cool with coming in there and, you know, getting me on the dance floor and trying to like cheer me up and stuff. And that's just what I mean by being a girl's girl, you know, like they did not have to do that. Yeah, but they knew I felt sad. I was out of, you know, I felt out of place. I felt, you know, and so they tried to make me feel better. And, you know, even though I don't dance, but that's just what I mean by being a girl's girl and being a nice person, inviting and welcoming and stuff like that. So I just wanted to add that in there because I didn't want it to seem like it was all negative. There was good people. I did say the best friend was cool and his guy friends. No, nobody else was acting that way towards me or, you know, no negative. I didn't feel no different vibes and stuff like that. So I want to throw this in there because I didn't want it to seem too all negative, you know. But good night, y'all. I'm going to sleep.